leader in the exploration and production
She has been
sector
outstanding
since
this entire year long.
1996.
First home run of the year hit for the Sooners by Kendall Wells. Off of that bat, they now have 170 home runs, and Wells with 36 of those. Always the power to all fields. The freshman has been able to make adjustments, just great ability to identify pitches and barrel up the ball. Earlier in the season, it looked like she was potentially weak on the low outside corner, but the adjustment she has been able to make. You throw her low and outside, what does she do? She slams it out of the park. Of her 36 home runs, 11 of them are to right field, 11 to center, and 14 down the left field line.
Yeah, that is a terrific spray chart for the youngster. And she will have a couple of games today to try and set a new standard. She's already the best in NCAA history as a freshman, already the best single season in Oklahoma history, hitting the long ball. How about on the other side for Texas A&M? Well, behind 4-0 yesterday and then rallied late with a big 6th inning.
This is an Oklahoma team that has only given up 17 runs in the 6th inning. How about A&M yesterday scoring 5 on 5 hits? Maddie Sooney with a massive RBI single to get things going. Talon Edwards, McKilla Wark, both with RBI singles to put 5 runs up on the board in a massive 6th inning for Texas A&M.
And they brought 11 to the plate, 8 of them reached base. 5 runs off of 5 singles, and that was against 4 different Sooner pitchers.
Really was a remarkable inning for them. I mean, and late in the game, Oklahoma does not give up runs.
So for the Aggies, in game 1 of the doubleheader, they will go with Sydney Peters. She picked up the win coming on in relief yesterday, a game that took 2 days to play due to bad weather. And fortunately, that has moved on, and we are ready to go on this final day of the regular season. SEC tournament starts in Lexington on Tuesday. And the only seed we know so far is the number 15. That'll be Kentucky. All the others up for grabs. Kai Miner will lead things off, the starter out in center field, the freshman. The most productive freshman class in the country, these Oklahoma Sooners.
We talk a lot about Kendall Wells because of the home run record she's chasing, but Kai Miner has just been off the charts. Look at that batting average at 442, moved up into the leadoff spot about midway through the season and has not relinquished it. There's a lot of different tools in that shed. She's got ability to hit for power with those 7 home runs, great average, but a lot of speed as well.
Miner was 2 for 4, scored a couple of times in game 1 yesterday. Out of Irvine, California. Sitting 3rd in the SEC batting average. Two and two. Kendall Wells, 4th in the batting order, by the way, again today. It's Miner, Parker, and Garcia here at the top. Cassidy Pickering slotted in behind Wells again today. He missed it inside, and the leadoff walk for Miner. The starting lineup for the Sooners, and we will show you all the home runs that they hit as well. Led by Wells with those 36. Everybody on the team that hits has a home run, at least 4 of them. As they have set a new NCAA single season mark with 170. That 170th was off the bat of this young woman right here, Ella Parker, yesterday. Actually, 2 days ago when game 1 started, it finished yesterday. Michaela batting .428 on the season. That homer was her 20th of the year, and she went 1 for 3. Pops it up to the left side. KK Dement, the shortstop, is there, 1 down.
Sydney Peters has been strong in the circle for Texas A&M. His ability to attack a lot of different zones. It's a changeup, though, that really sets up most of her pitches in the upper part of the zone. That changeup will come in the high 50s to set up this rise ball at the top of the zone. She also will use a rise ball more mid-thigh, so a low rise, high rise combination with that changeup. So she's going to be in the upper 60s with that rise ball. It's that elite spin, the elite spin speed as well with that multi-level rise ball, and it's that changeup that really helps her get that swing and miss at the top of the zone. When she throws that first strike, that's when she's her best.
Gets Garcia to chase there. Gabby coming into the weekend, second best in the SEC in conference play in home runs, runs batted in, batting average, OPS, and slug.
Incredible.
SEC Player of the Year caliber numbers. Perhaps overshadowed a bit by her teammate, Kendall Wells, with the home run blasts. There she is on deck. Laura Espinosa's record awaits. A tally that has stood for 31 years.
It's incredible.
That hit and run on there, Garcia fouls it off. Good speed for OU, not a ton of stolen bases, because you don't want to run into outs with all, when everybody can hit a 2-run home run.
Absolutely. 65 stolen bases out of 76 attempts.
Update on the other game going on right now. Georgia is beating Florida 5-1 in the 5th inning. If that score stands, that would knock Florida out of the championship chase. Georgia right now penciled in with LSU in the 8-9 game at the SEC tournament. Second full count early on. And the strikeout, is it a throw him out as well? Yes, it is.
Wow. How about a strike him out, throw him out to get out of the inning? Gabby Garcia is going to chase a rise ball at the top of the zone. Peters, we talked about the changeup, but it's that rise ball ability to move the ball around. Ariel Kaleski with the throw down to get a strike him out, throw him out.
Check out the Aggies starting lineup and some really good hitters in the 3-4 spots. Maya Perez and Michaela Wark. 36 home runs combined for the two of them. That's more than 163 D1 teams. And they will face the game one loser, Miley Wachenio, who came out of the bullpen yesterday and now gets the start today, having a terrific year transferring in from Ole Miss.
Wachenio likes to attack early in the count, 67% first pitch strikes.
Kennedy Powell will step in. Senior from Conroe, Texas. They were able to get to Wachenio right away yesterday in that big 6th inning. 5 hits and a couple of walks. Miley was unable to get an out. So this is big for her to come right back and have a new opportunity today. She's got some big wins for them, including Texas and Georgia and LSU. It's in for a strike. 2-2. This is high.
A&M did yesterday so effectively. When Chenio came in, they just did not chase pitches out of the zone. Good job by Powell, continuing to foul off pitches. 8th pitch coming.
Full count. Another update from the dog pound in Athens. Georgia just walked off Florida on a Gabby Novickus grand slam. That knocks Florida out of the championship chase. And Georgia takes the series 2-1.
It was a dogfight yesterday. Georgia, I mean, that's a team that can put crooked numbers up.
To short. Garcia is there. 1 down.
Chenio with a lot of experience in the circle. The truth transfer from Ole Miss has a really good changeup that she'll throw in any count, especially to righties, but it's that rise ball at the top of the zone that hops, it jumps up, gets in your eyes, it induces a lot of swing and miss. She'll also throw a screwball to lefties. Not as much changeup to left-handed hitters as she does to right-handed hitters. She's got that vertical separation that is very good. But it is interesting, she doesn't really like to come into lefties. There's a lot more arm side when left-handed hitters are up, and there are 5 of the 9 Aggies are left-handed hitters.
Here's Talon Edwards. Thought about the bunt.
It's also interesting to note that with Chenio's base on ball percentage is higher. It's over double to lefties than it is to righties.
Another 3-ball count. Steve Gould behind the plate today. Marty Abazishan at first. Cameron Ellison at third. And the count goes full. The glove of Emmerling at first, and Edwards is aboard.
This is a changeup that Edwards is able to identify and is able to get around it and drive that going off the glove of Bella Emmerling at first. Good job by Agbayani to get to it, but Emmerling needs to get back to first base on this. You can see she's kind of spectating, doesn't go back to the bag.
So an opportunity here for Maya Perez with a base runner for A&M. Their best hitter and one of the best in the SEC. Second team All-American last year, set a school record with 73 RBI. She's got 50 this year. Hitting .462 with the runners on base. Reminder coming up, actually due to lead off the top of the second. Kendall Wells still looking for that elusive home run to tie an NCAA single season record that has stood since 1995. Looking for number 37 in her rookie campaign at Oklahoma. She's coming up. Will she and the Sooners be facing a deficit when she does? Maya Perez certainly hopes so. Here's the 2-2 to her.
Nice pitch on the outer half, doesn't get the call. They've been really attacking Perez all underneath the hands. Go to that outer half.
Count. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 2 down.
So after attacking Perez underneath the hands quite a bit, they go to the outer half for the setup and they come back underneath. That is a really good job. Huicheño does not typically throw lefties inside, but they know going after Perez, trying to keep her from being extended. Good pitch on the inner half, a little bit of curve and up pitch on that.
So here's Michaela Wark. We'll try her on the inside as well. 326. Her next home run will be her 20th of the year.
This just shows how important it is for Huicheño to work from ahead. Batting average against just a .173 when she's in control. And when she's behind, it jumps all the way up to 370.
A walk to Wark. And that will push Edwards into scoring position for KK Dement.
Freshman Kendall Wells goes out, talks to her teammate, pitcher, Huicheño, just trying to settle her in after a 4-pitch walk.
KK 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1. 351 RISP on the year.
Her RISP was higher than her batting average. And I'm sure that was part of not wanting to give Wark much to hit. Walking her on 4 pitches, trying to go after Dement.
The the strike zone an issue here early on for both sides.
Yeah, 6 straight balls out of the hand of Wachenio.
Here's what's at stake for these two. Oklahoma, in this first game of our doubleheader today, 1 win to share the SEC championship. They were the outright winners a year ago. And for Texas A&M, they need to sweep the doubleheader today to win the whole series, and they need Alabama to lose to South Carolina in Tuscaloosa. That game starts in about half an hour, so we'll keep you posted on that. Georgia taking 2 out of 3 from Florida. They just beat the Gators with a walk-off home run. So that eliminates Florida from the title chase. So it's down to these two and Alabama. All still with a shot at the crown. That's it for a strike, 2 and 1 to Dominic.
Pitch count approaching 30 here just in this first inning.
It's going to get there. Full count with 2 down, so the runners will be on the move. Edwards and Wark aboard. Sends that one the opposite way. Back goes Parker onto the track and with room to make the catch. Scoreless in the first. Kendall Wells chasing history. She'll lead off the top of the second for the Sooners. She has added 1 since then for 36 on the season, 1 shy of Espy's record from 1995. Game 1, she went 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts, and was walked a couple of times. And this is the 4th time in her 5 plate appearances in the series that she is leading off an inning. Which usually means you can go after her as a pitcher.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to.
As opposed to putting her on.
Yeah, don't want to walk the first batter of an inning.
Freshman out of Bogart, Georgia, just turned 19 years old yesterday.
It really is incredible when you look at her numbers all the way around, the 36 home runs, but 33 walks on the year, but it's the slug. It was over 1,100 yesterday,
Yep.
dropped just under.
Healthy cut at that.
66-mile-an-hour rise ball at the top of the zone, and that's where they've been attacking her, up in the zone, a lot of off-speed, trying to take that power away.
Three and 1. She's homered in every SEC series, has hit one out in 31 of their 53 games.
That's amazing.
22 at home, 14 on the road. And a full count here.
I think that's what's incredible. 63% of her hits are for home runs.
A rocket and a one-hopper off the wall in left. They will hold Wells to a long single. And she's got her first hit of the series and the lead off the board for OU.
This just shows the type of hitter that Wells is. She's going to get a pitch in the upper part of the zone. That's a rise ball, and look at where it's located. That is a way up by her shoulders, but she's able to still barrel it up, hit it with a lot of power. It goes over Allen's head in left field. She plays that very well to limit it to a single.
That'll bring up Cassidy Pickering. Oh for 4 in the opening game with a strikeout. First team All-American trying to swing her way out of the worst slump of her career. Told us the other day she's just trying to stay present. Each at-bat is a new one. Swing free.
That's the key for her right there, is making sure she's not chasing pitches out of the zone, being disciplined. And even though she's been in that slump you talked about, Beth, she's still hitting 385.
Yeah. Numbers are still similar to what they've been the last couple of years. Takes a look at a strike there, 2-2.
Nice changeup by Peters.
Yeah, it does not have a hit with a runner on base in her last 14 plate appearances. Gets under that. Dement into foul territory. 1 down.
And a non-productive out.
Should go back and pass a little info to Abby Dayton. Said through it all, she's still trying to be a good leader, be a good teammate. Dayton 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored in game 1. They jumped in front 4-0 in the second inning yesterday. Ella Parker hitting a 2-run home run, and then the rest of the game they were 1 for 18. The A&M bullpen shut the bats down. So OU looking for a bounce back at the plate today. A team that averages 10 runs per game.
Yeah, they looked a little bit out of rhythm as the game continued on. They got that early lead, as you talked about, but then you could just see they struggled a little bit. A lot of off speed, a lot of in and out of the plate.
One-two count on Abby Dayton, who has only struck out 4 times in 138 plate appearances. Way back in the box, way in with that left foot.
She doesn't give you much room to work with on the inner half.
Another pop-up to Dement. 2 down.
You see Patty's a little frustrated. She's given some information to Bella Emmerling saying, look low, something down in the zone. Peters' rise ball's been effective in the top of the zone, inducing those pop-ups. Three pop-ups.
Yeah, already.
To Dennett, yeah, short.
Here's Emmerling. Pitch in the dirt. Bella's having a career year, her second one now at Oklahoma after starting out at North Carolina. Batting average up 200 points this year.
Look, if there's one player on this team that doesn't get cut short with her swings, it is Emmerling. I mean, she just loves to swing the bat. And look at what you're talking about, Beth, the batting average. 212 up to 400. The slug way elevated.
Another pop-up. In and out of the glove of Kowalewski. And a dropped third out.
Yeah, it looked like it was potentially going to go into the net. Kowalewski does a good job to go over and get it, and it just comes back. That's a mistake right there. Kowalewski knows she should have had that, tapping her chest, looking at Peters. You could see the ball just kind of comes back on her, goes off the glove, can't squeeze it.
1-2 pitch.
Curveball in the outer half, doesn't get the call. Slightly off the plate.
And the count goes full once again. Gets the swing and miss.
Sydney Peters showing that she's got elite stuff at the top of the zone. The changeup has been the setup, but the rise ball's been hopping. It's really done a good job of getting the strikeouts for Peters.
And now they still have a shot at a piece of the regular season championship. Maya Perez leading the way for them offensively. They took game one of the series. They need to sweep this doubleheader today, and they have to have Alabama lose to South Carolina. Miley Uchenio back in the circle here in the bottom of the second, facing 6, 7, and 8. Still a chance at Oklahoma. If they win one of the games today, they have at least a share. If they win both, they are the outright champs. And still the possibility that Alabama could be an outright, or excuse me, a piece of the championship as well.
So many scenarios.
Yeah. Alabama actually does win it outright if they win and Oklahoma gets swept. Crimson Tide were picked 9th in the SEC preseason.
An outstanding year. Jocelyn Brisby, Vic Moulton, some good stuff in the circle.
Slicing and a diving grab for Abby Dayton.
That is a great job by Abby Dayton. Long way to go. And with the wind blowing from right field to left field, it actually pushes this ball away from her. So take a look the way this ball is going to continue to travel away from her, especially with Kowalewski being a left-handed batter. Great dive to get the glove in there. Miley Uchenio giving the hands-up salute, saying thank you, Abby Dayton.
One down, here's Kelsey Mathis. Hits her second free pass.
Uchenio trying to get that rise ball up Pop it in and into the hands of Mathis. Yeah, we talk a lot about what happens to the ball once it's in the air going out to the outfielders, right? The wind can really affect it. It can also affect the pitchers as well. Have to make those adjustments. That cross breeze at times, and the wind has been gusting in a lot of different directions here.
Here's Paisley Allen. Does have 8 sacrifices on the season if they use her to push Mathis over. Aggies had 2 on in the first, could not get anybody home.
And to your point, Beth, one of the reasons why you look at that is look at where this right side is. I mean, they are way back. So if you're thinking bunt, you want to put it down that right side. Potentially beat that out.
Swing away instead. Struck her out on 2. 2 down.
Chaney's got elite movement at the top of the zone. Really good spin speed. You can just see the tight spin on that. Rise ball just gets underneath the hands of Allen, unable to catch up to it. Another non-productive out.
Number 9 hitter, Frankie Raja. Center, Minor is there. Side retired. Scoreless through 2, and Aggie. Chase for Kendall Wells. Their numbers so impressive and so much higher than the D1 average, including scoring twice as many runs as the average.
Look at that home runs, 3.2 a game to less than 1 on the D1 average, and as you mentioned, doubled the runs.
Averaging a home run almost every time through the batting order.
Yes. Yeah. Amazing.
Not so far against the Aggie pitchers. Let's see if that continues. 1 home run in game 1 from Ella Parker. And here is 8-9 in the top to face Sydney Peters. Sydney Barker, 1 for 2, scored a run in game 1. Pop-ups and strikeouts so far for the Sooner hitters. And a caught base stealer. 2 to Barker. This is high.
Peters has been doing a good job with that rise ball, elevating it out of the zone, but still competitive, and then brings it down a little bit more, and has been getting the Sooners to do a lot of that. Foul off pitches or pop them up to short.
It's in the dirt, 2-2.
Great crowd here today.
Oh, beautiful day for a doubleheader. Big day in Aggie land with baseball here. The Savannah Bananas here.
All sorts of sporting events to go to. Oh, there's some banana folks hanging out.
Everybody's just happy to see the sun again. It's been raining for the last 3 days here.
Nice rise ball in the outer half. Barker, good job not chasing out of the zone.
Pitch of the at-bat for the number 8 hitter, Sydney Barker. And draw, oh, called strike 3.
This is a great battle by both Barker and Peters, and that pitch on the outer half, it's got a little bit of over the top on it. So after a bunch of rise ball at the top of the zone, it's a pitch on the lower half. Just catches Barker watching it.
Third for Peters. One down for Ilana Agbayani. .393 on the season for Agbayani, 0 for 1 with a walk in game 1, hitting out of the 9-hole here in this series. Slices one out to left, 2 down, and that'll kick it back to the top of the order. Uncharacteristic for the OU hitters, job well done for the Texas A&M pitchers. 9 strikeouts, and so far in the series, hitting below the Mendoza line.
A&M's done a good job of locating pitches, working around some free passes, but I think most importantly, that pitch right there, it's been the off speed and the changeup. So throwing it at times 3 different speeds at him.
Minor walked, got caught stealing her first time up. Straight away center, back, and on the run and into the wall. Making the catch is Mathis.
How about Kelsey Mathis going back on a ball hit hard off the bat of Kai Minor? This ball is just charged, but a great first step by Mathis to go back up against the wall. Big catch. Aggies picking up the bats.
Over the Aggies. Texas A&M needs to sweep, and they need Alabama to lose. Alabama and South Carolina just underway. And for Oklahoma, they need to win 1 game of this doubleheader for a share. If they win them both, the title is theirs outright. Kennedy Powell back to the top of the order for A&M against Miley Wachenyo. Kennedy grounded it shorter first time up. Started out the day with 4 teams still in contention. Florida lost today to Georgia, got run ruled, so they are out of the race. See if that ends up costing them a top 4 slot and a double bye for the SEC tournament. Okay, so Oklahoma thinks that that ball hit Powell in fair territory, and if that's the case, she'd be out.
She would be out, yeah, out of the box. I think that's what they're looking to see. Yeah, it looked like her feet were still in the box.
Well, does it even hit her? Oh, that toe is out of the box.
I think it rolls off that front foot.
Well, there's 2 things at play there, right? If it hit her in fair territory, she'd be out, but also if she's out of the batter's box, right?
Yeah, she's challenging whether or not she was hit out of the box. She's not challenging the feet.
Call on the field was it did not hit her, so it was just a plain old foul ball.
Correct.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The ball did not hit the batter to the foul ball.
So that is the first of their 2 challenges. Another nice play on the run for Abby Dayton. 1 down.
Abby Dayton showing off her speed. Abby Dayton's been coming a long way, coming in on balls. You can see where she's playing at. And just the first step speed and the ability to run through that, make the catch, great reach.
Talon Edwards singled her first time up. Talon had an RBI double and an RBI single in game 1.
Trying to take advantage of that right side being deep again. Talon does not always bunt a lot, but looking at that right side again, you can just see how far back they are. They're just so deep in this scenario where they're thinking, all right, if I can put this ball down, it's going to be a tough play for Huicheño.
Has not been a lot of activity on the dirt, Smitty. Only 1 ground out so far in the game. Everything else has been in the air.
Yeah,
a few strikeouts.
Both pitchers are rise ball pitchers, and you see that induced pop-up often, and a lot of off-speeds from both of them, too. That's the big thing. Off-speed and that changeup just set up the rise ball, so you see that hard rise at the top of the zone, and it makes you bite. You just want to go for it.
Another one in the air. And it'll drop.
Oh, that's a foul ball.
And I believe that bounced foul. Nobody touched it.
Nobody touched it. It went foul, so it's a foul ball. Very, very lucky for Oklahoma. A lot of miscommunication on who is actually going to take this. Barker coming in, Garcia the shortstop. Huicheño is clearing the deck. And you could just see immediately there's just not a lot of conversation on who's going to get it, and I think it was actually in the eyes of Barker. She couldn't see it. She was trying to shade her eyes, but hits the ground, goes foul, so it's a foul ball.
They dodged one there.
Yep. Yep, and then they're like, yay, foul ball.
Uncharacteristic, though, from the Sooners, who, Patty Gasso, when you talk to her about the defense, she said rarely does she worry about that aspect of the game. They have been so good for so long with the glove.
Patty Gasso herself, she was a big defender. I mean, she enjoyed defense.
And do we agree that was probably Barker's ball? And remember, she's the new third baseman replacing the injured star Nellie McEnroe-Marinas from earlier this year. And that's a fair ball inside the line. Edwards motoring for 2. Second hit of the game for her.
Talon Edwards just being opportunistic on off speeds, and she gets another one that she just rips down the line the way she stays back on this, gets it past the diving Bella Emmerling, and she can see the play in front of her, so she knows she has the opportunity to go in hard to second. So a double for Talon Edwards, having herself a series against Oklahoma.
Well, and sometimes the game knows she ends up with a double anyways, even after the defensive miscue. The game didn't let her down. Here's Maya Perez now with a chance to drive in a run. Had an opportunity in the first, struck out looking at a curveball. And they're throwing everything way outside. Gonna unintentionally, intentionally put her on here. At first base open. We've seen issues with this. That's how Georgia won the Florida game yesterday, right?
Yeah. So important for pitchers, for batteries, to work on intentionally walking hitters. You don't do it a lot, but when you do it, you got to be spot on.
So 2 on board for Wark. She walked her first time up, and Patty Gasso is out to talk with her club.
It's the 3rd time this year that Maya Perez has been intentionally walked. I'm sure Patty Gasso's talking a little bit about positioning to that infield, making sure they're in a good spot. Michaela Wark is right-handed, so opportunity to potentially try to roll a double play to get out of the inning.
So in that big 6th inning in game 1 yesterday, Perez was walked in front of Wark to load the bases, and Michaela delivered a 2-run single. And with an error on that play, all 3 runs came in to score. All 3 base runners. And so here she is now, 2nd day in a row with a big chance to back up her teammate. Haley Golden is the pinch runner out at 2nd base, it looks like. Infield pop-up. Wells will take it. 2 down. Oh, by the way, she'll put the glove down, pick up the bat. Due up 3rd in the top of the 4th inning for Oklahoma as the home run chase continues. Here's KK DeMent. Flew out to right back in the 1st inning.
Jeff Harger going to talk with his hitter, get them at refocus.
Here's the 0-1. 0-2.
Nice changeup by Gochenio. Big pressure situation here, bottom of the third with runners on. Afraid to throw that in any count.
Place one in the dirt. And they've got the runner. Golden hung up, and they got her. Base running error ends the threat. And I think they're going to challenge to see if the slide was underneath the tag. All right, let's take a look.
Ooh. Looks like the tag is high on the hip. Does the foot get in?
Tag is
Right. Yeah, it looks
up on the shoulder, and it looks to be like it's in time.
It's hard to tell that foot if it's hitting the ground from that angle or if it's hitting the back. Good job by the defense for Oklahoma.
All right, so that'll end the threat. And we move on to the fourth. And another look at Kendall Wells swinging for history. Kendall Wells, who is due up third this inning for the Sooners. The bats have been quiet. Just 5 hits in 10 innings so far in this series. Only 1 through the first 3 innings here this afternoon. Ella Parker to lead things off. She had the last big swing for them. The 2-run home run in the second inning. Game 1 on Thursday, which we finished yesterday due to a weather situation. Opening to Ella.
Trying to use those 3 different speeds against Parker. Take away that power, rise ball. Upper part of the zone, off speed, and a changeup. Falls behind 3-1. Parker just so good in any count.
Yeah. One of 7 double-digit home run hitters this year for the Sooners. Half of her hits are extra bases. Swing and a miss there, full count.
Parker's also been very good at taking walks. 34 on the year, highest on the team.
Waits on it and just fouled.
Yeah, that's why she's so hard to pitch to, because she'll foul off the rise ball at the top of the zone. That's a borderline pitch, and then you throw her a 54-mile-an-hour changeup, and looks like she can slam that down the right field line.
Doesn't go. Ball 4. Third inning with the lead off aboard today for Oklahoma. And here's Gabby Garcia.
Second walk of the game given up by Sydney Peters.
She struck out Garcia back in the first. One of her 3 today. With Kendall Wells on deck.
Trisha Ford going to come out and talk a little bit with her battery. Peters starting to work from behind, and you know that changeup is an important pitch for her to be able to throw for a strike, as well as some of her harder stuff when she starts missing outside the zone and non-competitive pitches. That'll usually always pull the pitching coach out.
There are some arms out there with the silver. The silver numbers aren't the easiest to read, Smitty. Well, it's always all hands on deck when you've got a doubleheader.
That's right.
As the second and third games of your series.
Yeah, so it's important to warm up, but not spend too much time in the pen.
So the Sooners with a base runner, just the third one of the game. None have gotten into scoring position yet. This is low, 2-1.
Curveball in the inner half, just inside.
Full count.
Nice low rise ball in the outer half.
Garcia to first, to second for 1, back to first, not in time to turn the double play as Kendall Wells approaches home plate. Singled back in the second. 36 home runs on the year. The NCAA record is 37. Set in 1995.
Wow, even with the runner at first, they're going to go ahead and intentionally walk her.
Looks like it.
That's massive respect right there. You understand it sometimes when the base is open, but
yeah. Boy, and again, they're not very far outside.
Pushing a runner into scoring position. Yeah, and you're right. Don't get it too close. She's got a long reach. We've seen her hit balls off the plate on the outer half. Ooh, nice pick. For all those young pitchers out there, this is a skill you have to practice.
So the intentional walk to Wells to get to Pickering. First base runner in scoring position here for the Sooners. I think they... Here's why you'd rather throw to Pickering than Wells. You see the last 9 games hitting sub 100. Looks like they'll use the pitch runner for Garcia at second instead of for Wells at first. Cheney Helton.
Wells was running off the field, and Patty's like, no, 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 not for you. To second base for Garcia.
The other one. All right, so a chance for Pickering. 2 hits in her last 9 games, 1 RBI. Oh for 5 so far in the series for the All-American from a year ago. And down 0-2.
Couple of nice pitches by Peters.
Pickering drives one out to right, and a base hit will score a run for the Sooners. And the jubilation as she yells skyward, coming through in the clutch for the Sooners.
This is a 66-mile-an-hour pitch on the outer half, and she gets around it. This is how early she is. Look at the location of this pitch, but she is early, gets around it, and pulls it into right field. That is a much-needed hit for Cassidy Pickering, the way she drives that into right field. And Helton, the pinch runner, going to score easily from second, and that's going to move Wells over to third.
And look at that. She knows it. That'll make you feel a little better.
That's a 0-2 pitch. That is a mistake. It should have been a little bit more outside by Peters. Pickering able to capitalize.
Especially after the intentional walk right in front of her. Wells was able to motor all the way around to third as Helton came in to score. 1-0 OU, and a game, if they win it, they have an SEC championship for the 2nd year in a row. Here's Abby Dayton, chance to add on to the lead.
Abby Dayton, not known for a lot of power. 2 home runs in her last 3 hits, does not strike out much.
Oh, they drop down the squeeze play, and she's safe at home.
How about
Wells scores on a Dayton squeeze.
Well, Dayton, one of the best in the business, like we said. She does not strike out much. Wells gets a really good jump, and the toss back to Kowalewski is a little bit short. And Wells going to the back of that plate.
They have a challenge here from Texas A&M.
Texas A&M is challenging that the run at third left base early. Previous players have been reviewed.
himself from that angle, blocked by the third baseman a little bit. Cannot leave till the ball leaves the pitcher's hand.
Doesn't rock her steps, so.
All right, so that is the final challenge for Texas A&M, and they do not win that one. How about calling the squeeze for your catcher to score from third base?
Yes.
2-0 Sooners. Here's Emmerling. Struck out in the second. A single, a couple of walks, one of them intentional, and then a squeeze. Emmerling chases the rise. 2 down.
Emmerling always aggressive at the top of the zone. A good rise ball by Peters. It's a big strikeout. Runners at first and second.
That's number 4 for Sydney. And we have a pinch hitter here, Lexi McDaniel. Hitting for Barker in the 8-hole. Freshman. Pinch hit opportunity in game 1, went 0 for 1. Hitting over 400 on the season with double-digit homers. And there's a rope out to center, and that's going to get another run home. And the RBI single, the pinch hitter, McDaniel, scores Pickering.
Oh, McDaniel aggressive. She sees a 68-mile-an-hour cookie right through the zone, and she attacks. This is big. The freshman coming off the bench. You mentioned it, Beth. She's been outstanding at 400-plus batting average, double-digit home runs, and she does not wait. She sees that cookie and drives it right back up the middle. An RBI single, and they almost catch Dayton at second. Easily going to score Pickering from second.
Close play at second on the tag, but the Aggies do not have a challenge remaining. It's an RBI single for McDaniel. She appeared to be safe anyways, getting back to the bag.
Yeah.
So a 3-0 lead now for the Sooners, and a chance for more. Here's Akbayani. Sydney Barker has re-entered. She'll be out there to run at first base.
Scoot turning around asking where that missed.
Three-0 pitch. Off the corner. Bases are loaded, top of the order.
And the free passes in this inning have done just as much damage as the 3 base hits the Sooners have gotten.
And it might be a change afoot. Well, the Sooner bats waking up a little bit here in this 3-run fourth. Quiet really since the second inning of game 1. And they have a chance now to bust this thing wide open. Even though there's 2 outs, you got the top of the order coming up with the bases full. And a pitching change here for the Aggies. Kai Minor will be the 9th coming to the plate this inning when we come back to Davis Diamond. Kate Munnerlyn coming on in relief here for the Aggies. 3 innings of work in game 1, allowing just 1 hit. And she's coming in with some trouble around her. Bases are loaded of Sooners. Already 3 runs on the board here in the 4th, and it's the leadoff batter, Kai Minor. A walk and a line out. Two and 7, 5 RBIs on the year with the bases loaded. Three free passes, a couple of singles, and a squeeze bunt in the inning for OU. And it's 2-1 to Minor.
Well, Munnerlyn was good. She came in and relieved through 3 innings in game 1, gave up just 1 hit. But in this inning, it really has been some of the miscomings in that circle, the free passes.
And now it's 3-1. With the slugger Ella Parker on deck.
Pitching speed. Minor does not walk a lot, just 10 walks on the year. She's a swinger.
2 outs, bases loaded, full count. And Minor rolls 1 to first, and that'll end the inning.
Oklahoma getting it done. Timely hitting, couple of runs up on the board. A 3 spot for the Sooners, showing they can play some small ball as well as those home runs.
Welcome back to SEC Softball, presented by T-Mobile. And there's your clinching scenarios around the SEC. Oklahoma, 1 win for a share of the title. They lead right now 3-0. Aggies need a sweep, and they need Alabama to lose today to South Carolina. Florida eliminated from the race with a loss today. Georgia walked them off.
Big game yesterday, too. Big Georgia win. mayhem.
How about that on May 1st? All this goes down. 5 of the top 10 lost yesterday. Aggie fans doing some scoreboard watching a little bit. We will as well. South Carolina is beating Alabama right now 2-0 in the 3rd inning. Oh boy.
Oh boy. A&M, they have their fate in their hands. They got to put some runs up on the board. A 3 spot by Oklahoma. Top of the inning.
KK Dement leading things off here for the Aggies.
Chania really starting to use that changeup effectively, throwing it back to back.
Another full count.
Yeah.
Barker. One down. Comes Ariel Kowalewski. Dropping it down, Machenio. 2 out. Kendall Wells due up in the 5th inning for the Sooners. Home run chase continues. He's due up 3rd. Here's Kelsey Mathis. Just a couple of hits so far today off of Machenio for the Aggies. Pitch.
Chania really starting to settle in. She had a 30-plus pitch first inning. A little bit of help getting out of that 3rd inning. The defensive great play, but a base running error by Texas A&M in this inning. She's just been hammering the zone.
Popped up, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Kendall Wells picking up the bat when we come back. "36 home runs for Kendall Wells, 1 behind the mark." It has been so much fun with all the offensive numbers and the record chases going on in college softball this year. Of course, none bigger than the Sluggers, than the home run queens. And is this the inning that somebody finally reaches Espy? She's due up 3rd. First, it's Ella Parker and Gabby Garcia. 3-0 Sooners, a 3-run 4th inning.
Parker started it last inning, had a leadoff walk.
They've had the leadoff on base 3 of the 4 innings. Reaches for it and grounds it to short. 1 down. Gabby Garcia 0 for 2, but did reach on a fielder's choice, scored in that 4th inning.
You know, Beth, we talk about how important the little things are in this game. Garcia rolled that ground ball, her last at bat, over to work at first base. They got Parker, the leadoff, at second, but they didn't turn the double play. And it just shows the importance of hustling and getting down the line. If she'd have done that, that 4th inning would have never materialized for Oklahoma. They wouldn't have put that 3 spot up there, but that absolute hustle, because that ball was mashed at work, that absolute hustle to not be doubled off changed the complexity of that entire inning. Two here to Garcia. I feel like we've been seeing full count a lot today. It's been a lot of full counts.
Both pitchers slinging a lot today.
Nice 3-2 changeup just off the end of the bat. This ball just showing up. See the Garcia, she's way out in front, barely touches it. Like, thank you.
Doesn't touch that one, and a strikeout, 2 down. So that'll bring up Kendall Wells. Started her freshman season hitting a home run in the season opener. Can she bookend it and hit one on the final day of the regular season? Singled in the 2nd and then was intentionally walked in the 4th. And 1 home run shy of a record that has stood for 31 years. High. 31 of her home runs off of right-handers, only 5 off of lefties this year. And that one will reach the stands. Saw Munnerlyn a couple of times in game 1, struck out and walked.
Batting average a little bit lower against lefties than righties. She's in the 280s against lefties, and the 390s against righties.
Three and one.
Finds herself in a good leverage count here. Good chance of changeup showing up. So she's sitting it.
competitive on that pitch. She walks again. So a 2-out base runner here for OU. And Cassidy Pickering, the RBI single, an emotional one for her in the 4th. Is that the swing that gets her bat heated up?
I'm sure Tricia Ford will go back and look at that 4th inning. That will be the pitch that she circles. It was an 0-2 pitch on the outer half that was just too close, trying to waste it, and Pickering is able to capitalize.
And she gets hit by a pitch, and now 2 on with 2 outs.
Free passes again have hurt Texas A&M. Sixth free pass of the game.
Five in the last 2 innings.
Yeah.
So Dayton dropped down a squeeze bunt her last time at the plate. Pulls that one on a plate. Dayton, tough hop, but Wark able to handle it and then diving to the bag to record the 3rd out. Still trying to figure out who's going to win the regular season, get that 1 seed, and who's going to grab a double bye as a top 4 seed. Oklahoma in the driver's seat, 1 win away from at least a share of an SEC championship. Alabama and A&M also still alive. We've had 6 different champions in the last 5 years because we had these 2 as co-champs last year. The final got rained out.
Let's see.
But couldn't stick around because that's next Saturday, so a week from today, the SEC final, and then the selection show is a week from tomorrow. The mayhem is underway. Started on May 1st, of course. 5 of the top 10, including Oklahoma, lost yesterday. Maddie Sowney is going to try and get things going. The pinch hitter here, she had a big pinch hit for him yesterday. Aggies were down 4-zip in game 1. And then rallied for that big 5-run 6th inning to come back to win it. But so far, just 2 hits off of Huachenio.
When we talked to Jen Rocha before the game, we asked her, about Huachenio. Was she worried? Because yesterday she didn't record an out, gave up hits, gave up runs, and she said, we went back and looked at it. The exit velocities, the balls weren't hit hard. They just had CNIs, and, they felt confident they made some little adjustments that she'd have a strong outing today, and she has so far.
This is in. Alabama, by the way, has struck back against South Carolina. They now lead 3-2 in the 4th inning.
to your point, Beth, about South Carolina, Alabama, I mean, South Carolina, lower part of the conference, above 500, but it just shows the depth and the length of this conference that you're going to be in a competitive game no matter who you're playing. Top of the conference, lower half of the conference.
Yeah, last year 14 teams got into the tournament, 5 at the World Series. It ties a conference record. And the pop-up right back to the pitcher. Going down. Got a few teams down at the bottom of the standings that may be flirting with a 500 record. That is also a must-have in order to get invited to the NCAAs. So there may be some teams in Lexington next week that have to win a few games just to let the selection committee consider their resumes.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are others that are on the super regional host bubble. I mean, even Oklahoma, their RPI is down to 7 this morning. And then hosting a regional really may come down to Texas A&M, Georgia, Mississippi State.
Yep.
Huge win today for Georgia. They take 2 or 3 from Florida.
Puts them back in the picture.
And that'll get over the head of the shortstop Garcia out in the left. Base knock for Vrajel. Here's your regional bubble. Texas Tech falling after they lost to Baylor yesterday, so they are at 13. Here you see Texas A&M, Georgia, Mississippi State all in the mix. When you line up the RPIs, by the way, that would be Texas Tech at the 4 seed, which right now would be Nebraska. Oh, Wells crashing through the gate. Kendall Wells down right now for Oklahoma. Kendall made a diving play for a foul pop-up and crashed into that swinging gate at the top of the Texas A&M dugout. She is up on her feet now. Kendall Wells going to stay out there. 1 on and 1 out, and the top of the order here in the bottom of the 5th. Texas A&M.
Look at her immediately talking to Barker, Emmerling, saying, watch the bunt, especially Barker, who's going to pull in. Emmerling will be back.
Kennedy Powell. 0 for 2, grounded to short, and flew out to left. Abby Dayton in left field has made a couple of nice catches out there today. Powell gets a hold of one. Deep and back and gone. Just her 2nd home run of the season, a 2-run shot.
When you think Kennedy Powell, you're thinking a 420 average, you're thinking base hits, you're thinking doubles. Just 1 home run on the year. She doubles that number. Her 2nd home run of the year, getting a pitch up in the zone that she's able to bash out of the park. Rise ball on the outer half that is not up. You can see the load, that way she's just balancing on that back leg. And look at the way she just dives into this pitch and drives that out of the yard. How about an exit velocity of 72 miles an hour? Driving that ball 230 feet beyond the fence.
Her first home run since February 13th, the 2nd week of the season. And it's a 1-run game, and Jen Rocha looking to make a pitching change. Or maybe not. Change of heart for OU. Looks like Huizenga will stay.
I think part of it is nobody's on, but you know, we still have another game coming up. Think about who you're going to go to.
Got a lefty-lefty match, or a righty-lefty matchup here with Edwards. And then Maya Perez on deck.
Well, I think they go hard at Edwards. Both of Edwards' hits are off of changeups. And both of them full count changeups.
Single and a double today for her. She's 3 for 3 against Huizenga in this series.
It's a big pitch here. Got Maya Perez on deck. He's reached in every game this year. The only D1 athlete to have done that. 51 consecutive games. Ooh, that's a good pitch. 3-1, because you don't want to be walking Edwards and then forcing the hand Perez.
Sent deep and
Eagles are flying in Aggie land. Talon Edwards, a 3-2 rise ball that she's able to get underneath and drive it out of the yard. Look at the way she just gets underneath that pitch and just drives it out at exit velocity of 74 miles an hour off of the bat, driving that 216 feet. Looks like Parker almost has a play on it, but she gets it out and immediately. Talon Edwards looking back to her Aggie dugout. Back-to-back jacks for the Aggies here in the 5th inning.
And now a pitching change for the Sooners. If there's one aspect of OU this year that you point to that could be problematic, it is the highest ERA in school history. And now their ace starter, Audrey Lowry, will come in out of the bullpen.
Oh, and I think the other surprising thing too, Beth, those last 2 home runs, Powell just her 2nd of the year, and Edwards, she's more gap to gap, just her 5th home run of the year. The 2 home run hitters are now stepping in at Maya Perez and Michaela Wark in the 3 and 4 holes. Say back-to-back jacks for the Aggies, you typically think Perez and Wark. These two.
Well, for the 2nd game in a row, the Aggies fall behind and they rally. Trying to keep their hopes alive of a piece of an SEC championship. They need to sweep the doubleheader today, and they need Alabama to lose.
Oh, they're going well off the plate. Interesting to see if they're even going to try to give Perez anything. And those 2 curveballs non-competitive, and Wells set up so far outside. You can see they're not even pitching to her.
Well, they intentionally walked her in the 3rd, and Wark popped up behind her for the 3rd out of the inning. Update from the Alabama game, it's now 4-2 Crimson Tide in the 4th. Gross is the pinch runner. So an opportunity now for Wark. Go ahead run on base. Slashes that one the other way. Parker fighting it the whole time, makes the catch. And the runner Gross advances to 2nd.
That ball is hit hard, but that's a good defensive play by Ella Parker in right field. Outstanding base running by Gross to tag up on that.
Runner in scoring position for KK DeMent. 2 outs and a chance to take the lead. In for a strike. 1-1. KK's 0 for 2. Rally started with the number 9 hitter, Frankie Vrajel. The single, and then back-to-back home runs for Powell and Edwards.
I think Demit's asking where that was at. The TrackMan that was inside and low. This is curveball coming inside. That lefty, excuse me, that lefty pitcher. See that pitch diving down a little bit, close to the zone, but it's a good pitcher's pitch.
Called strike 3.
How about these Aggies going back-to-back with Jacks? Kennedy Powler, second of the year, and then Talon Edwards, a solo shot to knot up the game at 3-3.
As we went to break, the ejection of one of the assistant coaches for A&M. They've been questioning the strike zone much of the day, Michelle, and then Russ Heffley getting after the home plate umpire, Steve Gould.
He's ejected. Some debate about the strike zone this entire series. The final strike was, according to TrackMan, in the lower half of the zone, but the two pitches prior was not.
Yeah.
So
that was Cameron Ellison hurting Heffley away. Things heated on this final day of the regular season in the SEC. A 3-3 game. First game of the doubleheader. And now a conversation going on between Gould and Tricia Ford, the Aggies head coach. Jeff Harger. First game of our doubleheader, Oklahoma needs a win, and they get a share of the SEC championship. If they sweep today, it is theirs alone. Texas A&M and Alabama both still have a shot at a piece of the title. Alabama can still win it outright if the Aggies sweep and they hold on to beat South Carolina. They're winning 4-2 in the 5th inning right now, trying to sweep the Gamecocks.
Bet a lot of folks have the multi-cast on, watching all the devices.
It's mayhem. Got to. Over talking with Patty Gasso. So now we are set to go here, top of the 6th. Isabella Emmerling. 7, 8, 9 due up. She has struck out on a rise ball twice. Emmerling goes the opposite way, and on the run is Rosler to make the out.
Third base number 77, Sydney Barker.
This is Sydney Barker. Struck out on the third, was pinch hit for in the fourth. 3-run fourth for the Sooners, 3-run fifth for the Aggies.
Barker, the only Sooner below 300, but she does have by 407 on base percentage. Figures out a way to work herself on base at times.
Check that 3-1. Now full count.
It's changed up at 56 miles an hour on the outer half.
Drop in for a base hit. Go ahead aboard for the Sooners here with 1 out. Their 4th hit of the game, and here's Akbayani. Lined out the 3rd, walked in the 4th. OU just 2 for 11 with runners on base. They've had chances every inning.
Thinks about bunting, pulls it back, pitch low.
Drops down the bunt, and that hit her. Is she still in the batter's box? Yes.
Similar scenario that we saw earlier in the game. You can see that back foot, though, out of the box.
Slow roll it short. Could be 2. And they'll just get the lead for the second out. Top of the order now to Kai Miner, coming up for the 4th time. On base once with a walk. First pitch swinging. Fair ball. Wheeling around is Agbayani, headed for the plate, and she will score on Miner's RBI triple. And the Sooners are back on top.
How about Kai Miner? She actually has the highest exit velocity of anyone on this team, believe it or not. 74 miles an hour. Changeup on the outer half, standing in and just drives this down the line. Gets it to hit the chalk and go all the way into the corner. And Frankie Vazel has a long way to go. And look at the hustle Agbayani, who runs very well with 2 outs. She is off on contact. And the Sooners put another run up on the board to take the lead here in the top of the 6th.
RBI triple for Kai Miner. Makes it 4-3 Sooners. She has been dynamite with 2 outs late in games. And now Ella Parker will have a chance. Goes the opposite way, and the catch is made by Allen, but it's 4-3 Sooners to the bottom of the 6th. Texas A&M and Oklahoma. Game 2, the first of our doubleheader today. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, Kai Miner, run-scoring triple to give the Sooners the 4-3 lead. If they win this game, they have a share of the SEC regular season championship. Ariel Kowalewski, 6, 7, and 8. It's the same start to the 5th inning when the Aggies scored their 3 runs. And their assistant coach, Russ Heffley, was ejected for arguing with the home plate umpire. Let's see if that's a spark. Sends that one out to left center, and the catch is made by Abby Dayton. 1 down.
Just knew this was going to be an epic series. Texas A&M has been playing great softball as of late. Stubbed their toe a little bit last weekend. They got South Carolina, but prior to that, it's just kind of turned their season around. A little bit of a rough spot earlier, but a very talented team. Always rises to the occasion, especially when a team like Oklahoma is showing up at home.
Mathis back up the middle. Tying run aboard. I'll bring up Paisley Allen. Slow roller to Emmerling. She'll try for the lead runner, and they won't get it. Ball's dropped.
Well, this is an interesting play for Oklahoma. Emmerling really had to go to Garcia. Take a look at what happens here. She is going to field this, and right here, look at the way she is way over here. There's nobody at first base, so she's got to go after this play, the lead runner at second. It's a crossover throw, so it's hard for Garcia. She drops the ball. Good job by Allen to just hit it kind of in a no man's land. Tough play for the infield of Oklahoma because Agbayani has to make sure that Emmerling fields that before she goes to first. So a little bit of a delay. That's just a really tough, slow developing play for the Oklahoma defense. Very good defense, just 21 errors on the year for Oklahoma.
Aggies looking to respond right away. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Tying run now in scoring position. Brazel singled her last time up.
Four consecutive lefties for Texas A&M, but Brazel doing a good job in this 9-hole, not biting at anything out of the zone. Has herself in a 3-0 count. That's in for a strike.
Ground ball to Agbayani over to first. Gets the second out, but the runners move up 60 feet. And here come the home run hitters. Kennedy Powell and Talon Edwards. Two-run shot in the 5th. Tying run at third, go ahead at second. She brings them both home. Oklahoma's down to its final 3 outs. Got her to reach, and that might have put Wells in a sore spot.
Through the box, more of a slap against this lefty-lefty matchup with Lowry in the circle. Just a 200 hitter against lefties.
Swing and a miss. Lowry gets out of it. 1 run, Sooner lead, and Kendall Wells due up in the 7th. Top of the 7th inning, and a new pitcher, the 3rd one of the day for the Aggies, is Sydney Lessentine. And she will face 3-4-5 with Kendall Wells due up second. Gabby Garcia to lead things off, and then Wells, who has singled and been walked twice. Still sitting 1 home run shy from the single season record in NCAA history. A 4-3 lead for the Sooners. If they hold on and win it, they have a share at least of the SEC championship and could take it outright. If Alabama were to lose, they're up 4-3 in the 6th inning, or Oklahoma can win it outright if they sweep this doubleheader. Garcia. Oppo one down. And here comes Kendall. All the greats of the game, Smitty, over the years since 1995 have tried to track it down. Laura Espinosa's 37. Stacy Newman, Lauren Chamberlain, Jocelyn Allo. Oh, and they're gonna walk her again. And she apparently won't get a chance to do it in this AB.
Lessington yesterday walked against her. Strikeouts yesterday were against Munnerlin and Peters.
So the intentional walk to Wells. Pickering has protected her once today. But so far in the series, 5 walks.
3 of those today.
Tia Malloy is the pinch runner down at first base. Wells can re-enter. And here's Pickering. 1 for 2, an RBI single, also has been hit by a pitch.
Seven free passes today. For the Aggie pitching staff. Hit batter, 2 intentional walks.
Chase. 2 down.
A rise ball on the outer half, and Pickering swings through it. This pitch is up and off the plate. Good late sharp movement gets Pickering to swing through it.
Gonna bring up Abby Dayton with 2 outs. Big hitters due up for A&M in the bottom of the 7th. That's one of them right there, Michaela Ward. Can they walk it off and keep their title hopes alive in a 1-run game? 1 run to tie it, 2 to win it for Texas A&M as we go to the bottom of the 7th and take a look at the best in the game, brought to you by T-Mobile.
Talon Edwards' pitch on the inner half is just able to drive this out of the yard. Her 5th home run of the year. Getting around a Rasball to knot up the game back there in the 5th.
That tied it at 3-3. The Sooners have tacked one on, so it's 4-3 OU. If they get 3 outs, they have at least a share of an SEC championship for the 2nd year in a row. If the Aggies walk it off, they can go for the sweep in game 2 of the doubleheader. Oh, by the way, something that has never happened to the Sooners in Patty Gasso's tenure. A 3-game sweep by an opponent. Edwards, Perez, and Wark due up. 1 and 2.
Trying to nibble on that outside corner. That curveball, Lowry. There's that Leighton Sharp. This is where Lowry's tough to lefties because she works that curveball away from you on the outer half and then throws it at your front hip for a backdoor curveball, trying to bend it back on the inner half of the strike zone.
One of 6 seniors in the final home games of the regular season. Good chance that the Aggies will be hosting a regional as a top 16 seed. Selection Sunday is a week from tomorrow. Ground ball to Garcia, and they're not going to get Edwards. Tying run on. Game winner at the plate with home run power. Maya Perez has 17 on the season. She's been intentionally walked 2 times in a row.
Rocha gonna chat with her battery a little bit about how they want to pitch Perez. Perez has good splits on the lefty-lefty matchup, hitting over 360 against lefties, hitting over 470 against righties.
What a matchup. The Oklahoma ace, Lowry, and the All-American slugger, Perez. Junior from Corona, California will step into the batter's box.
The Oklahoma team that's only given up 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning.
In for a strike to Perez. Reaches for that outside to second for 1, over to first. Not in time. But they erase the lead runner, Edwards. 1 down. Here's the cleanup hitter, Michaela Wark. 0 for 2 with a walk today. Same situation, tying run at first, the game winner at the plate. Aggies have already pinch run once for Perez, so they have to keep her on the bases to keep her in the game. If this were to go extras.
They'll playing deep for potential double play ball. On everything on the outer half, they want nothing to do on the inner half with Wark, where she's got so much power. 3-1 leveraged count, but every pitch, curveballs on the outer half.
Lowry, driven right to Barker, over to first, double play! Double play for the Oklahoma defense ends the game. So the umpires call for the review. Otherwise, that's ball game and a share of an SEC championship for the Sooners.
Sydney Barker in the perfect position off the line, and the throw over. Oh, it looks like she may have gotten that arm in there. It's hard to see because Lowry is blocking that angle just a little bit. And it does look like she's
Yeah, it looks
safe.
like Perez is safe, so
Yeah.
this game is not yet over.
To review, the ruling on the field is changed. The runner is safe at first base.
So Perez stays and KK Dement comes up. And the Sooners will have to regroup. As they take a collective deep breath in their huddle. And now find themselves 1 out away from an SEC title. And now they will remove Perez and get a pinch runner into the game. Looks like Scout Lovell. Same story here for A&M. Tying run at first. Game winner at the plate, bottom 7, 2 down. Trying to keep their hopes alive for at least a piece of an SEC championship. KK is 0 for 3 today. Ground ball to Barker. Misplayed, and everybody safe.
after a laser dart hit at Barker by Wark. This is a ground ball that just eats her up. No opportunity with that pinch running. Lau was able to get down to second base quickly. So Dennett finding herself at first.
And now the tying run in scoring position for Ariel Kowalewski. And here's what's at stake. Oklahoma 1 out away from a share of the title. A&M hoping not only for the comeback, but a South Carolina rally as well. They're down a run right now to Alabama in the 7th. First pitch swinging, Kowalewski, and Barker over to first, and that's it. Fair ball, ball game. And Oklahoma has a share of the SEC regular season championship.
Fair ball. Umpire initiated challenge. The play's under further review.
And will Texas A&M be saved a second time? umpire-initiated review. Is this fair or foul?
Looks like it's fair. It's hard to tell from that angle. Remember, it's where the ball is. It's where the ball is. Hits in, but is it traveling out?
Well, and then that's the third
And
out,
that's
is the force out. Barker stepping on the base.
Correct.
Ruling on the field is fair ball.
After review, the ruling on the field of fair ball is confirmed. That's the ball game.
So the Oklahoma Sooners win it, and they win a share of the SEC in game 1 of our doubleheader. Second year in a row for Patty Gasso's crew, and they can win it outright in our second game coming up at the top of the hour on ESPN.